Think of a world where your thoughts and intentions can directly control technology. This may sound like science fiction, but it's rapidly becoming a reality thanks to the development of brain-computer interfaces. Brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, are systems that allow the human brain to directly communicate with computers, bypassing the need for traditional inputs like keyboards and mouse. They work by measuring brain activity and translating it into commands that can be used to control devices and systems. BCIs can be invasive or non-invasive. An invasive BCI allows the computer to communicate with the brain and likely requires surgery to implant electrodes under the scalp. Some BCIs may directly embed electrodes into the brain. Non-invasive BCIs record information from sensors placed on or very close to the head. No surgery is required to implant recording devices, and non-invasive BCIs do not use any painful or hazardous methods. The most common BCI recording mechanism is the EEG. There could be many serious implications that come with more mainstream use of BCI technology. A patient that is using BCI may not fully understand what information is being extracted from their brain. Many scholars share concerns for users' privacy, as BCI is capable of direct extraction of information from the brain. As BCIs are still relatively new, it may take some time for regulations and guidelines to catch up with the rapid pace of innovation in this field. While General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR) in the EU can apply to the use of BCIs, some experts have called for the development of specific regulations and guidelines for BCIs, including standards for informed consent, data privacy and security, and accessibility. However, the development of such regulations is complex and will require ongoing collaboration between researchers, industry, policymakers, and the broader public. BCI technology translates brain activity into meaningful commands between the brain and the outside world. BCI systems provide an alternative means of communication. This gives control to severely paralyzed patients and has been proposed to enhance their quality of life. BCI can also be used to restore vision by connecting the brain with external cameras. This could give hope to survivors of accidents who have lost their sight, or those born with deficiencies in their sight.
There are countless benefits and potential areas of application for BCI technology. Within the medical sector, BCI can be used for the treatment of neurodegenerative diseases, the rehabilitation of patients with disabilities through prosthetic limb control and real-time speech recording, and enabling locomotion and communication with the external environment through the transmission of visual images, sounds, and thoughts, potentially improving the quality of life of millions of people hindered by disabilities. Another use is memory augmentation. BCI technology has the power to allow the insertion or removal of specific memories from the brain, with the first successful clinical studies dating back to 2014. The use of this technology can be a source of support for the rehabilitation of survivors of assault, military veterans, rape victims, and PTSD sufferers. BCI-enabled EEG technology allows for the reconstruction of visual experiences from brain activity, obtaining visual images and memories from one's mind. This can be useful for the treatment of diseases linked to memory loss, such as vascular dementia or Alzheimer's. Outside of the medical field, it may one day be used to catch criminals through memory-based witness testimonies.
However, while the potential benefits and positive implication of BCI technology are many, it also possesses potential dangers, bringing us to the problem of ethics in human BCI technology. Privacy and security concerns. Many scholars share concerns for user privacy related to BCI. The risk of unauthorized access to sensitive information and personal data is high, raising concerns about privacy and security and the dangers of extraction of information from the brain, leaving opportunity for exploitation and malicious application for criminal activity, military surveillance, and corporate espionage activity. What if someone could hack into your BCI device, disable it, collect or potentially share sensitive information and neurodata related to our private experiences, emotions, psychology, and blackmail us with our most precious memories? Inequality. The technology will most likely be limited to high-income customers only, leading to social stratification, deepening the existing economic divide. psychological concerns. Neuroethicists are concerned about the preservation of individual identity. Since identity is influenced by our memories, BCI-enabled memory augmentation might endanger our personal identity. Informed consent. Obtaining informed consent from individuals who may use BCI technology can be difficult, especially for those who are unable to communicate their wishes. The question of cognitive liberty. BCI technology may be enforced in the future by authoritarian states, military services, and even certain employers. Risk to human connection. How will BCI affect personal interaction, human connection, and intimacy? Would you share your deepest secrets, your most vulnerable thoughts, and your most intimate moments if you knew you were being recorded? Harming patients. The lifetime of invasive BCI technology is uncertain, thus leading to ethical concerns about the potential of harming patients. In some cases, the technology might need a repetitive insertion, updates, or even repairs. Due to the rapid advancement of technology, the interface can become outdated or even obsolete soon after insertion. Each additional surgery exposes the patient to the possibility of associated complications like infection, tissue damage, or seizures. Who is responsible for damage caused by a brain-controlled mobile robot? When considering using BCI for controlled mobile robotics like wheelchairs, discrepancies between human intention and actual robot direction may arise. Issues can occur when the signals interpreted by the robotics are incorrectly identified, meaning the robot takes different action from what was intended by the user. This can also arise when noise is accumulated in sensory readings. Users, programmers, and manufacturers are unable to assert and certify what exactly the system is going to do when used in real-life situations. This is due to several uncertainties and limited understanding of human BCI interaction. If the developers have thoroughly considered and implemented the design of each aspect and how it will operate in the outside environment, they cannot be blameworthy. Ethical implications. There is a notable lack of recommendations in the literature for handling concrete ethical issues. However, it is crucial to mitigate the risks. Potential solutions may include limiting the use of technology to medical rehabilitation, excluding cognitive enhancement, and introducing technology-specific legal and regulatory changes, GDPR legislation, and data privacy laws. Despite the dangerous disruptive effect on society introduced by the problem of ethics, if implemented with moderation and careful consideration, BCI technology has the power to aid millions of lives and revolutionise society as we know it.